I had a chance to read through your book, Hit Refresh. You talked about warring gangs, each pointing a gun at another. Microsoft was too rigid. You had to prove that you were the smartest guy in the room at Microsoft. So how have you tried to change the company in the 3.5 years that you've been CEO?
First thing I should start with is I'm a consummate insider. I've grown up at Microsoft. I'm very proud of everything that this company has done, its culture and its innovation. And as an insider, I felt that there were two things that we needed to go back and rediscover. Both that sense of purpose that in the first place made us successful, as well as what's the culture. In fact, if anything, I was mostly invoking a caricature that the external world had about us.
I know there's one page in here that drew a laugh from me. On page 119, you talked about what you said to other managers, and I'm quoting now, your words: "To be a leader in this company, your job is to find the rose petals in a field of What is that all about?
Well, I think that comes from, we have the top 150 or so people at Microsoft who are called corporate vice presidents. And to me, if you are ever going to become a corporate vice president or you're part of that community now, being a leader and complaining about constraints is just not acceptable. That's not what leaders do. And so that was not definitely my finest line of poetry, but the idea that, look, leaders are ones who absolutely can stand up to any challenge, find the answer, create the energy, bring clarity when none exists. That's what I wanted to invoke. I could have done with better poetry.
There has been tremendous growth, especially in Redmond, Kirkland, Bellevue, thanks to what Microsoft did decades ago. Seattle is now going through the same kind of growth with Amazon. What kind of responsibility do you think, based on the history of Microsoft, should a company have to easing the mitigation with growth and growth management?
I think it's a lot. In some sense, clearly we have to work to be a great citizen. I think making sure that the community around you is a vibrant community, that you're creating surplus in that community because of you operating out of that community is super important. And quite frankly, I want us as a multinational company to do that in every market, in every community all over the world. Because I think that's the true measure, because any corporation is going to be truly measured by not just what have they done for their own shareholders, but what have they done in terms of contributing to the local economies and the local communities. And for us, being a company that is headquartered in this region, the prosperity and the opportunity that we create in this region is super important.
Thank you, Satya.
Thank you so much.